Welcome back, everybody. My name's Mitch, and this is my YouTube channel, Mitch's 미친영어, here to help you speak English more professionally, more comfortably, more confidently in business or just in social settings. Whenever you're with people speaking English, I want you to be able to speak English clearly, say what you want to say what you mean to say what you're thinking, to be able to do that fluently without being nervous, without hesitating, without pausing, without thinking too much. So if you watch these videos, come back to this channel often, subscribe to this channel, and you will get lots of tips, lots of lessons, lots of vocabulary, lots of phrases for you to use when you're speaking English in business and in life, okay? So today what we're going to talk about, the power of action verbs in business, okay? When you are speaking English, you can use regular verbs, easy basic verbs that we always learn. So if you're making a resume for a new job, you want to get a new job, or you do a job interview, or even in a meeting at your current job, whenever you're in business, using just simple verbs like did or make, it doesn't sound very professional, and it makes your achievements sound very small. Say, oh, I did this, I made this, that sounds very simple, okay? It's okay in conversation. If you're talking to your friends, usually you can use the basic simple verbs like did or make. But today I want to give you 7 high impact verbs that will make you sound like a leader, okay? If you are working professionally, you want to sound like a leader. If you're applying for a job, if you're interviewing for a job, you want to sound like a leader. And the best way to do that very quickly and easily is just change your verbs, exchange the simple verbs with more high impact verbs. High impact means they make a bigger impact on the person who you're talking to. They have more effect, okay? Because the simple verbs are very general, okay? But the high impact verbs I'm going to teach you today that you're going to replace the simple verbs with are much more targeted, okay? They have a very specific meaning. And more than that, they have a very specific feeling, kind of nuance. Okay, so I'm going to give you these for you to use whenever you want to talk about yourself, what you've done, your achievements, your accomplishments, those kind of things. Like I said, it could be a job interview, it could just be on your resume, or it could be in a meeting with your boss, or a client. These are the verbs you want to change the simple verbs with these more high impact verbs. Now, vocabulary is super important. And growing our vocabulary is going to be one of the best things you can do to improve your English speaking and to raise yourself to the executive level in business English. So if you want to improve quickly, I suggest if you go to my website, mitchinenglishcoach.com, there are some online courses there for you to be able to study with me. The online course, the first one that's up is the small talk course. It's just 5 lessons on small talk. But even in that lesson, every lesson, there's 5 lessons per set. And each lesson, I give you 25 high impact vocabulary words and phrases to use. So each lesson has 25 of those. And throughout the lesson, you're going to use them, you're going to practice them. And so that is a very good way to improve your vocabulary quickly. If you want to, on your own time, you just watch the videos, and then I have lots of worksheets for you to do, PDF practice for you to do. I suggest that if you really want to improve your vocabulary quickly, I will also be releasing soon a business English video set for that, another course specifically for business English. So you'll want to keep an eye out for that. It's coming soon, okay? And I'll keep growing those, and that will help you to keep growing your vocabulary. Okay, so I suggest you check those out at my website, Mitch in English Coach. So now let me give you 5 high impact verbs that will make you sound more like a leader. Okay, these are the ones to use. Okay, first one, spearhead. Spearhead just means lead, right? So instead of saying I did the marketing project, or I led the marketing project, even lead, led, not bad. A better one, I spearheaded the new marketing program. Spearhead means, well, it's, a spear is like the weapon that they used to use as cavemen to hunt animals, right? And the spearhead is the arrow part at the top, okay? Why do we use this word? I don't know. It's kind of an idiom type vocabulary word. It just means lead, okay? But it's a very specific kind of feeling because, if you think of a spear, it means it has a little bit of a nuance of attack, right? I attacked the project. I didn't just lead it. I didn't just do it. I attacked it. So it has a high impact, as I said, spearhead. When you say that word spearhead, people think, whoa, okay, he really took charge of this project, this marketing project. He did it. He not just did it, he attacked it. He spearheaded it. Okay, so that word just means lead, but it means lead in a very proactive and a very forward-thinking kind of way. Not someone who's just kind of passively trying to finish a project with the time remaining. I'm just kind of doing it as much as I can when I can. No, spearhead means I did it. I really attacked it. I got in there. I got everybody gathered around, and we went and we hunted this thing, and we did it together. We spearheaded this thing. I spearheaded it. Okay, so that's a good high impact verb to use. Okay, another one, number 2, optimize. Optimize. Optimize just means you improved something. You made it better. Something was good, you made it better. I made the process better. Doesn't really sound that high impact. I optimized the process, or I optimized the internal workflow, or whatever it is that you're optimizing. Let's say you're working on some project, about the company workflow. You say, okay, I took a look at it and I optimized the company workflow. Okay, what does it mean? It just means you improved it. You made it work better. You made it work more efficiently. You made it work more productively. So all of those things are included in this one word. If you just say, I made it better, it's not very specific, right? How did you make it better? When you say optimized, okay, I still don't know exactly how you made it better, but I can imagine, okay, you made it faster, probably. That means faster. You made it more efficient. You made it more, good productivity coming out on the other end. The workflow is better, is smoother, better communication. Lots of things I'm imagining now because you use the word optimized. So it's a good word to use. Use that one. All right, number 3, execute. Execute. Now, you could say I did it, or I followed the plan. I did the plan that we talked about. A better way is I executed the plan. Or we often use it with strategy. I executed this strategy. That means I did it. I pulled the trigger. I did it. Execute means, shoot something, kill something. I did it. I finished it. I made it happen. Okay? So this is a very high impact word because it really just means do. Execute something means do it, start something. But very, very aggressively. Okay, it's not passive. None of these words are passive. They're high impact words. So they're very active, very proactive words. If you execute something, that means you got it done. You got it done, and the boss will like that. So use that word. I executed the new strategy. I executed the new policy. Okay, number 4, oversee. Oversee something just means you watch over it. You're responsible for that, right? That's your responsibility. You manage. It's the same thing as manage, okay? You could say I managed the team's work, but this word sounds better. I oversee, past tense oversaw. I oversaw the department's operations, or I oversaw the team's work. That means I was in charge, I was responsible, I made sure everything was working smoothly. If there was a problem, people came to me, I fixed it, I'm in charge, okay? So oversee is a good word to use whenever you're talking about management and responsibility, okay? So try to use that one. It's a good one to use. And number 5, the last one here, implement. Implement is another word similar to execute. It's similar. Implement means you start something, okay? Instead of saying we started using a new system. Say we implemented a new tracking system. We implemented a new tracking system. We executed the new tracking system is okay too. Execute means we did it. Implement means we started. Okay, so you can see how they could be similar, but depends on where you are in the process, okay? Because you might be farther down the road in the project. You don't want to say implemented. Implemented is for the beginning part, the starting part. Okay, so that's the main difference, but they're very similar. High impact words that mean start, do, okay, get something done. So we implemented the new tracking system. What implement means is really, like you can talk about something in a board meeting, you can plan for this or that, you can make a design or vision for what you want to do, but it means nothing unless you implement that plan, right? You have a plan, you have to implement the plan. That means put it into practice, make it happen, okay? So it's a good word because what it means is, okay, we had a meeting, we talked about this, we made a plan together. I took that plan and I made it into reality. I implemented it. Okay, so good. See the difference here? These words are high impact words. Just one vocabulary change can really, really upgrade your speech and upgrade your kind of executive presence, as we've talked about in this video series a lot. Executive presence. It makes you look more professional, makes you look more competent, better at your job. Okay? So your choice of verbs really determines your perceived value. Perceived value means what your boss and what others see as you bringing value to the company. It goes up with these verbs. I promise you. So study these verbs in this video. And if you want to see more, come to my website, mitchinenglishcoach.com, and sign up for my online courses. There you can get a lot more of these kind of important and impactful vocabulary. All right, everybody, study hard. I'll see you in the next video.